Okay, today we're going to be walking through the reference implementation of connecting HealthKit on iOS with Medplum to create observation objects for a patient. To start off here, I've got Xcode running with the iOS project in it, and then I also have Medplum running on a localhost instance up here. So right now I've got Medplum logged in, authenticated. Well, I'll do that here. And you can see that right now if I go to /observation, there are no current observations here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just make sure that my bearer token is actually updated in the iOS app so that I can authenticate. So I have a Medplum token file here. It's really simple. It's just an extension on Medplum with this token, and I can show you this because I'm running on localhost here, so there's no actual authentication. But great, so to get into it, I'll go ahead and run the project. And the first thing we do before we interact with this is we actually want to have some data in HealthKit to send up to Medplum. So what we'll do here is we'll open up the Apple Health app in the simulator. We'll go into the steps section, which is what we're using for sample data, and then we'll just add in some data to simulate how iOS or Apple Watch might aggregate our step count for the day here. So let's say we have 11,000 steps today. It's been a busy day. Okay, now we'll open up Medplum again. And then we'll click this Authorize button here, which is going to trigger the iOS HealthKit UI. So we'll grant access to everything here, which is just steps. We'll hit allow. And then immediately in the console here, we'll see some things start to happen. So what's happening here is once we authenticate HealthKit, it will go ahead and start executing these queries. We have two queries, the observer query, which is going to enable background delivery of new HealthKit information, which actually doesn't work on the simulator, but it works on devices pretty well. And then on the inside here, we have an anchor query, which is going to be our paginated access to the actual HealthKit samples data coming from HealthKit. So you can review all of this. So what has happened here is it's kicked off these queries, it's found the first step count sample that we added in. It went ahead and formatted that into the FHIR JSON format, and then it sent that up to as a post call to our localhost observation endpoint here. So to make sure this works, what I'll do is I'm going to switch back to Medplum, and I'm just going to refresh the observation section, and you can see that we have our observation that came in from HealthKit with all the data here, number of steps. There's our 11,000 value, and then we can see this is actually tied to a sample patient that is hard-coded into the iOS app. So this could be any patient. We could send this down dynamically if you want to think about a remote patient monitoring use case, or maybe we have certain devices whitelisted, maybe pulse oximeter or a heart rate monitor, and then that's attached to a patient ID as well. Then this data just gets kind of piped into the EHR.